Hello everyone, my name is Wendy and I'm a member of the Children's Research Triangle Youth Mental Health First Aid training team. I would much rather be providing you in-person trainings, but since that's not possible right now due to physical distancing measures, we're trying to find some ways to bring some content to you. So today I would like to talk about social emotional learning, or SEL, which is usually done in schools during times of transition, such as in the classroom, group work, or passing periods, sort of the recess time, unstructured time, times when students sort of mingle and talk with each other. But SEL does not need to be put on hold just because we're separated, physically distanced, or in isolation. And actually, adolescents probably need additional focus on SEL during this time because they're already going through so many changes physically in their body, and now we've added this really big world change into their systems. So they may be struggling more than we know, or more than they were before. We introduced a previous video by Anne where she talked about focusing on noticing skills. So if you haven't had a chance to view that, that would be an excellent video to view to help understand sort of what's happening in the adolescence at this point. But social emotional learning skills, so SEL skills, are really a broad category of skills, or even an attitude that includes managing emotions, setting and achieving goals, and really sort of persevering through adversity. So very important skills to be practicing at this time. So how do you grow these skills at home? First of all, remember all that you have learned about adolescence. So knowing that those developmental pieces is the place to start, right? So you can really think about what your adolescent is developmentally doing at these times. So another way that you can support social emotional learning in adolescence is to give your adolescents things to control. For example, completing their schoolwork at the time that they prefer, not the time that you prefer. Or to be able to say, okay, we'll come to an agreement. How long are you going to be, say, on social media or electronics before you take a break and come and be with the family, or take a break and do schoolwork, right? So that they can have some control over that system and help them evaluate it. Is this working? Is this not working? What needs to change for it to work more effectively? Giving them those chances to sort of control and try those things. Other things to do to grow social emotional learning, to get them involved with things that they can be involved in. Can they cook a meal? Can they pick the family movie or the next series to watch, within some reason, of course? But what things can they control? What things can they be in charge of that help them with that developmental task of independence, but also focusing on how they're handling and coping and managing with their emotions? Which all of that leads me to really the most important SEL skill that we should be working on with our youth at all times, but that's self-regulation. So self-regulation helps students manage their behaviors, express their emotions in constructive ways. It also means that they're aware of their feelings and they're able to articulate them or label them and make decisions about how to respond. And obviously that skill is one that we practice long into adulthood, but adolescence is a particularly important time to really learn and practice it. So we recommend 3 steps for growing social emotional learning as far as self-regulation goes. The first is helping your adolescent be aware of what a calm body looks like, feels like. How are their shoulders? How's their jaw? How are their hands? How are they feeling physically when they're calm? The next step is to be able to identify the feelings in themselves and in others. So can they label, I am feeling agitated, annoyed, frustrated, angry even, right? So to be able to put some labels to those things, not just sad, mad, be more broad about it. And also in you. One way that we could do this that's in a little bit of a fun way is to watch a show or a chunk of a show or a movie without sound and say, what are they feeling? What do you see? What's happening? What's your guess? What's your prediction? You can turn it into really silly things, but they have to pause and really think about what they're seeing in the bodies and the faces and the voices so that they can really identify those feelings. But then ultimately, the biggest step of self-regulation is to be able to find ways to calm yourself down when you need it. So this has to do with being able to practice and learn mindfulness skills, taking a breath, being able to walk away. If your youth or adolescent is willing to or able to do some sort of guided imagery or meditation, there's tons on the internet. There's tons of free apps right now. Lots of different ways to get access to mindfulness activities or even like little minor meditations. Guided imagery is an excellent way to learn to calm your body, because you can do that at any time, even walking the hallway or in a test or things like that. So if you would like more examples or if you'd like more information, Children's Research Triangle has availability to see you or talk with you. If you have a CRT therapist, they understand all about mindfulness and will definitely work with you. But reach out to us. This is a difficult time for everyone, and we would really like to continue to support you. So if you need us, please reach out. I hope everyone is staying healthy and safe.